I changed my thermostat and now it's good. But unfortunately, I start having some misfires. So that led me to think that it might be this, the O2 sensor. As I said before, I'm gonna try to take them by elimination, all of those characteristics, like reasons that my engine is misfiring. And since I've checked the coil pack, the spark plugs, and everything is good, I'm gonna and I also checked the intake sensors, like the mass airflow sensors, and they're good. So what remains now is to change my O2 sensors in the exhaust.
Well, that didn't work.
Right, we are back, people, and today's episode continues. Today's episode of my problems with her continues with this. I'm going to show you in a few minutes, so stay tuned. So as you can see, these two cars look pretty much the same. They're both Volvo C70, but despite this, they are different. That is a T5. That means it's a 2.3 liter petrol engine with 240 brake horsepower, and this is a T4, which has a slightly bigger engine. It's 2.4 liter petrol engine, and it has 193 brake horsepower. Don't mind the mess, I just wanted to show you something. If you buy your injectors, please be careful when you buy them. You have to buy them specifically for your car and your spec. The reason I'm saying this is because this is one of the injectors of my T5, which is that car. And this car, you'll see in a second, has injectors a bit different. I'm gonna put them both here so you can see the difference. Right, they're almost the same, but this, as you can see, has this ring around it. It's a bit bigger, wider, while the other one is, as you see. So just be careful when you buy your injectors or any other car part for that case. Be careful to pick the one specifically made for your car. So this is a DIY process. It's quite simple if you want to do it yourself. First, from what I've heard from mechanics, they're saying you have to disconnect the battery. Then in my case here, you need a torque screwdriver and then a 10mm socket to undo these. And before that, you have to release the pressure from the feed line here. Simple as, did you see that? I just pressed it with my nail, and that's it. So now I'm gonna unbolt that whole part, and I'm gonna pull it out together carefully, and I'm gonna replace my injector. In my case will be the center one, the number 3 injector.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be.
Now, after I pulled the entire feed line, to replace one of them, it's simple as, first what you need to do is, see these 3 screws, 1, 2, 3. You need to undo them because here, this part here, this here, as you can see, acts like a security washer, kind of goes around each injector. So unless you do that, you can't really pull the injector out. So I'm gonna unscrew these 3. Then it's easy as you press this here and pull the connection out. Not that easy to do it with one hand, but like I said, press this here and then pull the connection out, the connector. There it is. Now we just have to put everything back together and job done.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
And finally, my problem is solved. Everything back in place. That's the intruder, but everything is fine. So this is the final episode with my problems with the misfires. Stay tuned and see you in the next one. Bye.